How to beat dental competition in 2025. Are you feeling the pinch of dental competition in your local area? Are you finding that your books are harder to fill, there's more white space than ever before? In this video, I'm going to take you through 5 steps to help you beat the competition in your area, and hang around to the end because I've got a nice freebie for you. Step number 1, you need to stand out. One of the challenges that dental practice face is that in many ways, one practice is similar to another. And the question is, what is the thing that makes you different? What I often see in dental land is that practices will say things, oh, we're gentle, we're friendly, we've got good technical skills. The problem with that statement is that for Joe Public, what does it mean? It's meaningless. It's like, I don't really have any objective way of comparing you to another practice. Instead, what you need to be doing with standing out is thinking about things that the Joe Public actually cares about. Things like, do you run on time? Have you got guarantees? Is there something that's particularly unique or unusual about you? Are you specifically targeting your services to a particular type of patient? That's a much better way of standing out than saying we're friendly and gentle. Step 2, show up. Here's the reality. One of the biggest problems for your practice in beating the competition in 2025 is this: no one's heard of you. I'm often surprised when I'm dealing with practice and they're saying, oh, Angus, if we do that, like, people are going to get sick of us. The reality is the complete opposite. You work at the practice, you're dealing with the practice every day, you're dealing with patients who know about the practice, but there's a group of hundreds or thousands of people around your practice that have never heard of you. What that means is you need to be showing up repeatedly in the places that your ideal patients are. Research shows you've got to have about 10 to 20 touch points before someone will go through the journey of know and trust, pick up the phone or book online with you. Step 3, be consistent. One of the things that I notice with practice, even if they have a reasonable go at trying to figure out how they stand out from the crowd and show up, is how consistent are you? Is the message that you're delivering, is it the same if I go to your website? Is it the same if I go to social media? Is it the same if I find you maybe a referral from a trusted partner or even your Google business profile? You need a similar message appearing over and over. One of the ways to think about it is, what are the 3 words that describe your practice? If you had to just 3 words, is it innovation? Is it, I don't know, special care? Whatever the case is, 3 words that describe your practice, and you want that sentiment to come out across all of the channels. You need to be consistent. The other area that I see practice struggling with, and one thing you need to address if you want to beat your competitors in 2025, is about consistency of showing up. Now, the obvious place that this is a problem is in social media. And what I see is practice who, like, their website says, oh, we're really modern and we're really technical or whatever. And then I go to your social media pages and there's been nothing posted for 6 or 12 months. It's not consistency. What you need to have is regular posting, speaking to those 3 words about your practice, so that people are getting the same vibe from everywhere they go. Step 4, adapt. Here's the reality. What is good, what is expected, keeps changing over time, doesn't it? 15 years ago, having an electronic practice management system would have been pretty good, because maybe more normal in those days would have been having physical cards. Now, if you show up to practice and you've got those cards for patient records, the patients are immediately going to assume that you must be practicing dentistry from 15 years ago as well. Maybe digital x-rays. 10 years ago, that would have been pretty good. Now, if you're using films and so on, again, they're thinking, what, are you practicing dentistry from years ago? And I'd say in more recent times, it would be online bookings. 5 years ago, that would have been good. Now, from my surveys, more than half of practices are doing this. The key message here is that you need to constantly adapt. And one of the best ways to do this is to be surveying and talking to your patients, particularly after their first visit. Get someone in the team to call them or do it via text or email. It's like, how was your first visit? What was the best part? Is there anything we could do better? Anything else we should know? Use that information, adapt your services so you're constantly ahead of your competition. Number 5, strong leadership. In many ways, this probably should be number 1. The truth is, strong leadership is what you need to get your practice from there to there. Because what we need is the whole team rowing in the same direction. There's only one problem. If you don't have strong leadership, then what's the direction? How the team know what is the direction they're heading and the things that they need to be deciding. What I've seen, unfortunately, in many practices is that the owner of the practice somehow abdicates this. They're like, look, I'm really here just to be chief technician. I got into dentistry because I wanted to do clinical, not because I wanted to run a business. And unless you've got a business partner who's a strong leader, or maybe a very trusted and very capable practice manager, typically what happens is the practice ends up going in all directions and it doesn't move forward. As the leader, one of the things you've got to do is figure out what's your vision for the practice. Spend some time thinking about what's the kind of practice you want to create, and then communicate that vision to your team, and then have your team constantly aligning behind that vision. Bring that together and you've got a great chance of really boosting your practice in 2025. And for a bonus, number 6, always be learning. And here's the reality. Look, as a dentist, of course, there's a very strong focus on continuing education, and that's great. Nobody wants to be practicing dentistry from the 1980s. But for you to get your business from here to beat the competition in 2025, you've got to be constantly learning about the business sides, going to conventions, reading books, etc. It's not enough just to park that stuff. For example, one of the trends I'm seeing in dentistry now is around people using outsourcing, which allows you to provide good quality support for the practice at a fraction of the price, a fraction of the aggravation for what it is to do that stuff in-house. That allows you to get your recall system in check. It allows you to make sure you never miss a phone call and you're chasing those incomplete treatment plans. And all of that's possible by staying abreast of what's there, constantly learning and constantly moving your game from here to here. So there you have it, how to beat dental competition in 2025. Of course, I offered you a freebie, didn't I? There's a free download, which is a competitor self-audit. It takes a couple of minutes to complete. You enter some figures, there's quite a bit of science behind it, and it'll give you a sense of how much competition's in your area. In addition, you're a chance to win a competitor audit by us. Finally, if you found this video helpful, please like it and check out the bio where there's a bunch of free resources. See you next time.